gentlemen, welcome aboard New York Jets News, hosted by Jude Jets, the best darn place for some Jets news. Enjoy your flight.
What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the New York Jets Daily Recap. I'm your host, Jude Jets, and before we get started, 83% of you who watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty. Adam Gase says that it's doubtful that Jamison Crowder plays on Sunday. He's still holding out slight hope, but it does not look good, though. Jamison Crowder was our leading receiver last year, and he's our leading receiver so far into the season. He had a 69-yard touchdown. It was just a screen, and he just made some room, yard after catch monster. And he looks doubtful. He did not play last week against the San Francisco 49ers. A huge blow to this Jets offense, as he's one of our top playmakers for this team. That sucks that he's not going to be able to play week 3. Now, it sounds like the training camp star Lawrence Cage will play this week. Adam Gase says that they need anyone with a pulse, considering the number of wide receiver injuries they have. And this was expected. They protected him on the practice squad this week, and he's going to be coming up from the practice squad. Jets Twitter loves this guy. People are saying that he's amazing. People are saying that the Jets should play him every week. I don't really think he's going to be that great, because, think about it. If he was so good, why isn't he on the 53-man roster? So you have to take that into consideration. That maybe he was an underrated star, and yes, a lot of players who are undrafted free agents become stars in the NFL. I'm not saying they don't. Maybe Cager can become one of those players, but keep in mind that if he doesn't play super well, he's a practice squad player, and he's also going to be playing wide receiver 4, so don't expect him to get so many catches. Malone, I didn't even think had any catches playing the wide receiver 4 role. I think his only stat line this year is like a end-around running touchdown. So don't expect Cager to get so much playing time. Alrighty. Big headline, the big storyline today was that there was a protest for the New York Jets to fire Adam Gase. It was only 2 people at first. People on Instagram, people on Twitter made this protest and like, hey, come on, Jets fans, protest Adam Gase. Want Jets to drive. Come on, we got to protest him. And it was only 2 guys at first. It was nobody. Now, coming later, they had 4 people. People were holding up signs saying, not fire Adam Gase. Yeah, it was like, fire Adam Gase. One guy was just like, I can't read it. What is my laptop won't load? I could say, just endure the season. It doesn't say end because the E word is like long, so it's like endure the season. But if you did not know, people are like just in the season. That's what JETS stands for. But then security asked them to leave because they were actually on private property, so it makes sense why, the security asked them to leave. It wasn't because of, the Adam Gase protest, it was because on private property. But I just feel like it's so funny that Jets fans were coming to but telling the New York Jets to fire this god-awful head coach we have. If we lose to the Denver Broncos with Blake Bortles or Jeff Driscoll as their quarterback, and we lose by double digits, you're going, Adam Gase. Bye. Promote Jim Bob Cooter to OC. Greg Williams is the head coach, and this New York Jets team could be in better shape for the rest of the season, but just Adam Gase is not the right coach for the New York Jets. Alrighty, more news about injuries. Wide tackle George Fant suffered a concussion yesterday during team drills. Gase says that Chuma Doga will slide into his starting role. Center Connor McGovern, hamstring, also not practicing today and still uncertain for Sunday, so the Jets could be without 2 starting offensive linemen. Now, McGovern didn't look too solid week 1 and week 2. We were considering to be a top 10 center in the NFL, does not commit penalties, a good run and pass blocker, but he's looked kind of slow in week 1 and 2, but still, he's better than Josh Andrews, our backup center. I feel like he could develop into that state that he was in last season with Denver. And George Fant, who was a reserve tackle for Seattle last year, has been balling out week 1 and 2. Not Mekhi Becton pancaking, but he's been a solid, underrated guy for the New York Jets that not many people are talking about. Now, Chuma Doga was god-awful for the New York Jets last year. Matt O'Leary made a video about him, and he was just saying that he was doing things that people in middle school, my grade area, could have done at the offensive line position, I mean, that's just things you learn. And, I mean, he's a rookie last year. Maybe he progressed into a better player. Maybe he's a good backup, a solid backup for the New York Jets, but, I mean, he's not better than George Fant. Now, they're not ruling him out. Well, yeah, they're ruling out Fant, but they're not ruling out McGovern. Now, it's not doubt. No, they're not trying to reword this right. So it's like 5% chance he'll play. That's not confirmed, but I'm saying that because, I mean, he just hasn't been playing, and McGovern said he could play, but, I mean, who knows? Friday, coming on to the New York Jets injury report for Thursday. So Jamison Crowder, who has a hamstring injury, did not practice. Ashton Davis, who has a groin injury, did not practice. George Fenn, who has a concussion, did not practice. Frank Gore, who gets a rest once a week, obviously didn't practice. Connor McGovern, who has a hamstring injury, did not practice. Steve McClendon, who has an Steve McClendon, who is out for personal reasons, did not practice. Brashad Perriman, who has an ankle injury, did not practice. Quincy Wilson, who has a concussion, did not practice. Kalen Ballage, who has a rib injury, has limited play. Mekhi Becton with a shoulder injury had limited play. Nate Harrison with a hip injury had limited play. Chris Hogan with a rib injury had limited play. Josh Andrews with the toe injury had full play. Joe Flacco with a neck injury played the full practice. Harvey Lange with an elbow injury had full practice. LaMichael P. Ryan, who has an ankle injury, played the full practice. And Avery Williamson with a hamstring injury had a full practice. Obviously, as every week, the Jets injury is this long. But on to the Indianapolis Colts injury report. So linebacker Matthew Adams has an ankle injury, did not practice. Rock Ya-Sin, who's a cornerback for the team, has a stomach illness, and he did not practice. Julian Blackmon, who's a safety, has a knee injury and had limited practice time. And tight end Jack Doyle with the knee injury had limited play. So that could be something to watch. Jack Doyle, so starting tight end, did not play last week, although the backup had like 131 yards, so he looks very good. But Jack Doyle looks like he's going to play week 1 now that he's limited play. Now the injury could irritate him again and he could just not play at all. But it looks like he's going to play. He's on set to play. And this is the end of the video. So thank you guys for watching. If you are returning, welcome back. Love having you here. If this is your first time watching the New York Jets News channel, make sure to subscribe because I post new Jets content like this every single day. Follow me on social media at JewJets on Instagram and Twitter. Turn those notifications on because it'll alert you every time I upload a new video. And thanks for watching. And as always, go Jets. Peace!